talk about like this. This is how I talk. Just tell me when to stop talking, and I'll stop talking. But until then, I'm gonna keep on talking, and probably not gonna stop until you tell me to stop. I might take a breath now and then, but I'm still gonna keep on talking. This is about how I'm gonna talk. Can you understand me? I hope you can understand me. I'm not gonna stop until you tell me to. I'm
Okay,
gonna
and let's
guess
play some Monster Loves You. Uh,
Okay.
this is a different
Tell
style
me
to
when
our
you start.
normal Let's Play strategy here, because we can both put our cursors on the screen, and as you can see, uh, yeah, uh, wait, what is your Steam name here? Azura here is streaming this, and I'm recording the stream because we are low quality like that. So when the quality drops to 720p, it's because we're using both of our internets to play this game at once. It's not my fault, it's Discord. So Monster Loves You, give us the rundown.
Okay, this is sort of one of those life simulator sort of games. You start off and you live through the life of, well, a monster, and you make choices over the course of the game that, well, result in different outcomes. Uh, Apparently, there's a bunch of distinct outcomes that you can see around you here. We're gonna try and get. We're gonna try to go and do one little path, maybe two if there's enough time. But are you ready to start?
I'm good to go. I got my orange. I'm ready.
All right. So, I think this one I'm just gonna completely let you make every choice.
Sounds good.
All right, let's play. Help
Okay.
me begin your story. How does it go again?
Uh, once upon a time. I guess we only have the one choice. Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called the Whale Mist.
That's right. Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for.
Actions and attitude. We're going all Marissa on this.
You're not awake yet. Soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of.
Um, Facing frightening enemies, unafraid. I am tempted to go with the eating, but not so much the screaming.
Yes, bravery. Your body's turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born.
Okay.
Let's
Be
be born.
born.
Well, before we go on, I'm just going to point out these. These are your primary stats. Bravery is your capacity to overcome fear and intimidation. One demonstrates bravery through courageous actions. Currently, your bravery score is 9 out of a possible total of 100.
Okay.
Cleverness. Cleverness, wit, brain. It's how strong your mind is and how well you can suss out non-violent solutions to problems. Your score is currently 0 because you haven't been born yet.
Sure. Okay.
Ferocity. Sometimes you need to be cruel. Can you bring yourself to tear a wolf apart with your claws to show you're a monster? How about its cubs? Your score is 0 out of 100.
Okay.
Honesty. Honest monsters are known for their truthfulness, loyalty, and commitment to justice. If you're known for honesty, others will trust you more. Your honesty score is 0 out of 100.
Okay.
Kindness. Kindness is the genuine desire to help others without expectation of reward. Healers tend to be kind. Your kindness score is 0 out of 100.
Okay. Why does the OK bar move?
Alright. Are you ready to be born?
Be born.
You awaken in the searing season when the sun shines strongly overhead.
Onward.
Your eye is open. You're a morsel just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other.
Try to swim.
Another morsel swims toward you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you.
What? This is intolerable. Stop that biting.
You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again.
Kill it.
Grr, you grip into the violent morsel. It has fangs, but you have claws.
Keep fighting. Roar.
Your first snarl. Excellent. When the fight is over, you're chewing on the other morsel's eye, which is all that remains.
Serve that morsel right. They call it morsels because I'm supposed to eat them.
Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel's too weak to swim properly. It's sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat.
Too bad, but these things happen.
You watch the half-formed baby monster slip beneath the surface. It begins to break apart.
Swim down and take a bite out of the weakling.
You dart in and rip a chunk out of the slimy body. It's good. So delicious, in fact, that you find yourself eyeing other morsels, the strong as well as the weak.
Belly's full, so they're safe for now.
You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling.
Got any vice?
You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be?
Indeed, to the Brood Cave and adventure.
Alright. 8 days left. It shows how many days you have left until your next stage of life.
Ah,
The bottom shows how much respect you have amassed.
okay.
Currently, you have no respect.
Sure.
Hmm?
Okay.
Alright. Ready for adventure?
Let's adventure.
Alright. Lots of different adventures. So, which one do you want?
Let's do the teeth.
This one?
Yes.
Elder Marinus floats in a pool of cave water, puffing her body like bulbweed. She points at something deep under the water. Will you get that for me, little one? But you can't swim.
Sure, you're not afraid. Plunge straight down.
Ooh, brave. You jump right into the water and thrash your way down. You can't see very well and you lose your bearings. Marinus scoops you out of the water empty-clawed and smiles at you.
Ask her why she's happy.
There are many things a monster can and can't do. One thing you can't do is drown. The important thing is that you tried.
We tried to drown. Okay. So these are the monsters that grow up to go to prom? Is that like the sequel?
I don't think so. I don't think this has anything to do with that.
Adventure.
Alright.
Alright. I want to do the elk one on the right.
The which?
The deer.
The
Yeah,
elk?
Yeah, the elk.
You hear clattering, then flapping. A deer tumbles in through the cave entrance, with Blistery trapped in his antlers.
How did she get stuck in a deer? Or how did the deer get stuck around her?
Deer and monsterlings are traditionally curious about each other. Blistery probably flew up and perched on him, then things got crazy.
Wrestle the deer to the ground.
The deer bucks for a second, then fells. Before he can get back up, you free Blistery's wing from his antler.
Success!
The deer rushes off. Blistery thanks you, then limps off to tend to a pair of wounded wings.
Okay.
Ready for another adventure?
Adventure!
Alright, what adventure do you want now?
The wolf.
Suddenly, a fox runs into the cave.
No, I said the
It
wolf.
yips over its shoulder and runs behind a big rock.
Is that snarling and growling outside as well?
Judging by the commotion, yes, there's a pack of wolves in hot pursuit. They seem reluctant to come into a cave full of monsters, even little ones like you.
Run out and attack the wolves!
Nash Nash and Sickle join you when they realize what you're doing. They love a good scrap. The three of you hit the wolves like three forks of a slimy lightning bolt.
I don't know why, but sometimes I can't read the stuff on the orange because it's all like pixelated and stuff, but I can always read my options. My options are in 1080p, your words are in like 720.
Nice.
Kill at least one wolf.
You, Sickle, and Nash Nash have a delicious meal. The fear makes wolf flesh taste even better. When you return to the cave, the fox is long gone.
Oh, I didn't even say anything. Okay. What's our ferocity?
Your ferocity is 39 of 100.
Yeah, it needs to be higher. Okay. Let's
You
adventure.
care about any other stats?
Nope. Let's adventure.
Alright, what next?
I'm interested in the quill.
The witch? The quill?
The feather, yeah.
You're at the entrance of the brood cave. Monsterlings aren't supposed to leave, you know.
And just why not?
Monsterlings, though sometimes swift and often tough, aren't as swift or tough as full-grown monsters. It can be dangerous. On the other paw, nobody's looking.
Yeah, let's go outside. That's what we're here for. Let's go. Bravery up, I
The
saw that.
streets are mostly empty, but you hear some larger, older monsters coming this way.
Run into the forest. Let's run away. We don't want to grow up yet.
Stop. You are an explorer in miniature form. Look at that, birds' nests, and trees too, and green stuff that isn't lichen or slime.
Steal eggs from the birds. We're going all the way, baby.
Forbidden eggs taste better than Marinus-approved food, even if you do get a swap when you return.
Okay. Adventure.
You are halfway towards becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can.
Okay. Let's do the human.
Some monsterlings gather at the cave entrance to watch the sunrise. Suddenly, a tall figure appears from the bushes. Its shadow stretches toward you like a knife.
What is it?
It's so big, bigger than 6 monsterlings. It's so tall and thin, walking on 2 legs. Blistery squeaks, "It's a human!"
Oh no.
Most of the monsterlings flee into the cave, but Weemy trips and his ankle goes crack. The tall creature starts at the sound and walks toward you with long strides.
Stay and help me. There's always something you can do.
You stand over Weemy. He's small enough to carry, but might not be time. Quick footsteps are getting closer and the shadow is upon you.
Pick him up and carry him inside.
You made it. The footsteps come closer,
Closer.
and a tall, skinny elder comes into the cave. Old Thuldrus looks more like a stork than a human now that she doesn't have the sun behind her.
Laugh it off. Oh, I was hoping to kill a human. Let's go on adventure again. Skull.
Elder Marinus leads you and some other monsterlings to a secluded grotto at the back of the cave.
What's that high up on the wall? Looks like mushrooms. Should we take a picture of them?
It's a rusty iron cage. There's something inside it.
Sticks and rocks, maybe?
It's a collection of bones. Marinus says this is a human skeleton. If you can get it out of the cage, you may play with it.
That's like such a good incentive for like Marissa. I mean, if you can take it, you can play with it. Look at the cage.
The cage rests on a ledge several monsterlings high and only one monsterling wide. The lock rusted away long ago. Frayed rope hangs from the bars.
Toss something up to tip the cage over.
You pick a nice-sized rock and throw it. Some rust flakes off the cage, but it stays where it is. The other monsterlings get the idea, and they all start throwing things at it.
There! It should come down any moment. We should probably get out of the
Clang,
way.
clatter, crash. The cage collapses into pieces as bones fly everywhere.
Terrific! Grab one and play with it.
How about that one stuck through Blistery's head? It might be hard to get out with her running around screaming like that.
Sure, just yank that bone right out of there.
Blistery shrieks so loud your head hurts. You're holding a long human bone with a chunk of slimy monster brain on the end.
Shrug and eat the brain.
You
Cool,
devour
guys.
the piece of Blistery's brain. You feel a little smarter. She staggers away to rest and heal.
Eating brains makes us smarter. That's good to know. Okay. Alright. Adventure, and I know I saw another animal. The goat!
Marinus leads a group of monsterlings to the Scapegoat's pit in Portland Square.
What's the scapegoat?
The Scapegoat is a goat
What?
with some monster heritage
You?
that helps clean and groom dirty monsters.
Ah, okay. Look for trouble.
You linger behind the other monsterlings as they follow the spiny elder.
A slow walk, the perfect crime.
Just as you spy a pile of delicious-looking grubs in somebody's garden, you notice that Marinus is looking at you. She seems slightly concerned.
Ah, Reach over and grab some grubs while she's watching.
Marinus frowns as you clutch the squirming pass of pale, tasty larvae.
Offer to share them. If it's enough to share, let's share them.
You hold up the grubs and everyone takes a few. Marinus eats one, but she keeps a close eye on you for the rest of the trip.
Oh, that's right. We're on a trip to be like a goat or something.
Elder Marinus escorts everyone down into the pit. The Scapegoat stands and trots over to her. It's filthy, and its breath smells like warm grass.
Watch the scapegoat in action. Warm grass. How would that smell?
Marinus turns her back on the Scapegoat. The goat uses its long horns to gouge at her hide, removing some dirt and several parasites.
Yuck. So she's clean now? Yuck. Clean monsters? Yuck, yuck.
Marinus smiles down at you. Don't claw it till you've felt it, little one. It's good to get things out of your hide, not just for us.
She's trying to teach us a lesson.
Marinus withdraws to the edge of the pit, but she looks from you and the other monsterlings to the filthy, matted hair of the goat.
Offer to clean the scapegoat.
Marinus is delighted at your offer. You stay behind when the other monsterlings go back to the cave.
Clean that goat!
You run your claws through the goat's thick, wiry hair. Dirt, leaves, and twigs fall to the ground.
Hey, that's nice.
The goat shivers and stamps its hooves in a little dance of pleasure. When you're done, Marinus comes to take you back to the cave.
Goodbye, scapegoat.
Bah!
You said it, goat! Hey, adventure.
You made a friend.
We made a friend?
You made a friend.
Cool.
So,
Let's do the digging.
I'm surprised you didn't want to go for the drums.
Nah, drums allowed.
Gobclaws pulls you into a side tunnel. There's something under there, she says, pointing to a huge pile of bat guano. Will you help me dig it out?
Sure. Help Gobpaws dig in the guano.
Oh, you lost some cleverness. Gobclaws starts digging on the left and you dig on the right. She's right. There is something solid under all this poop.
Sure. Dig along with Gobclaws, working together in perfect harmony.
The two of you uncover plenty of animal skulls, way too big for them to have been eaten by bats. Perhaps a family of badgers was sleeping here.
And then thousands of bats all had to poop at the same time.
Yes, that's probably it. Godpaw seems disappointed that she didn't find anything more interesting, but it was still a good day's digging practice.
Okay. Ooh, do we get to adventure?
Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up.
Okay. Wow.
Elder Marinus calls the oldest monsterlings to gather in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave.
Yeah, sure, let's go. Let's go with Elder Marinus.
Marinus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of forking passages. Those forking passages.
You really shouldn't curse on my channel, you know. It is. Anyway, keep going.
Marinus stops at a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seethes with thick mist.
Let's jump in.
You fall and
Fall some more.
fall, and you're falling.
And our other monsterlings are falling?
Yes, some of them are crying.
And you can't see through the mist. I was just imagining this being a thing. By the way, here's a hole. Never go down it.
Yeah. Or is it fog?
Maybe clouds, which is what fog is.
Moans and groans and whispering screams.
Where is this? It must be somewhere.
You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling.
Get out of the way.
You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic, while others look determined.
You should take charge.
The other monsterlings watch you, curious.
Lead the way personally.
You strike out with courage and confidence. The other monsterlings follow you. Choosing turns and forks at random, you soon walk into a cave full of even thicker mists.
Such thick mist.
The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor. Except it's not any of those things, it's ghosts. Hundreds of them, large and small, they're everywhere.
Spooky.
One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors.
Stand fast.
The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear?
Attack them.
You scream and leap. The ghosts are insubstantial, swirling around your claws like nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Stupid spectral monsters.
They laugh at you and prove that they're not entirely untouchable. Thin tendrils of mist circle your throat and begin to squeeze.
Pass out. Let's make the conscious choice to pass out.
Alright, so here's your stats.
We
You're
die.
very brave. You're not particularly clever. You're fairly decently ferocious.
Yeah.
You're not very honest, and you're somewhat kind.
And we are not trusted.
No respect, though.
Yes. Yep.
You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your hometown.
Start living as an adolescent monster.
This is you now.
TikTok into the big bad world. Turn on the doorknob. We can only adventure in town? Fine, let's adventure in town. Warning sign.
Canelo Aslet limps toward you. He points one huge eye at you and cackles. I got a shock working on a power line, and it's still down. Help me out?
Sure. Let's help him out.
You soon find yourself dangling from the power lines over the main street of Omen. The break is ahead, and now it could get dangerous.
Get out there and fix that lawn fast.
Oh, bravery, Max. You scurry out onto the power line and patch it before much electrical fluid leaks out. Some of it gets on you and hurts like crazy.
Okay.
Alright, your bravery is at max.
Yeah. Alright, let's adventure in town. Let's do the food thing. The drumstick.
You sniff the air. Sniff. Sniff.
Sniff! We're both yawning because it's like 3:30 in the morning when we're recording this, for the record.
Frosting? Blotz greets you in Nash Nash with a fluffy pink cake. Nash Nash says Blotz says he stole this from a human child. How do you three share it?
See about it. First one to the center wins. Yeah, first one to the center wins.
The three of you circle the cake and plunge your faces in, eating until the plate's clean. Then you eat the plate.
Okay. Let's adventure. The terrified monster. No, the terrified one, the green one. Yeah, that one.
Nash Nash is picking on the tiny Blistery. She gets knocked down every time she gets up. Nash Nash asks if you want to help.
Why is she doing that to Blistery?
Nash Nash shrugs. I feel look up. And look at those tears.
Interesting. Wasn't Blistery the one with the wings, though? I'd rather fight you, Nash Nash.
Without even a thanks, Blistery runs away, leaving you and Nash Nash to tussle on the street. Do you push the attack?
Yes! Claw, bite, kick!
Nash Nash is savage, but she's tired herself out, and you're full of energy. You beat Nash Nash to a pulp. Nash Nash pants. Impressive.
I'm impressive. I thought you had Nash Nash. Okay. Blistery's on the wings. Wings are cool. Adventure! The fight symbol, the cloud, the bottom cloud. Yeah, fighting.
What, you're one of them? You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monsters flee to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly.
Who's fighting?
Everyone knows and fears the power of the oldest monster. Except, apparently, this big purple guy you've never seen before.
Oh. It's the purple man. Watch closely and learn.
You're the closest monster to the fight. The purple monster has 16 thick, ropey tentacles, and now he's trying to strangle the oldest monster.
That's
I've
close.
seen that. The oldest monster ignores a grip that could, and does, shatter a hovel.
Get closer.
You move just a little closer, ignoring the shouts from behind you. The oldest monster swings the purple guy by his tentacles, and you're in the path of the great brute's body.
Oh, no.
Mariner shrieks as the purple guy uproots a tree. The two great creatures square off again. Giant Hamrag squeals, "Get out of there, you fool!" Ileala gasps and hides her face.
Oops.
Marinus puffs himself up and rolls between the fighters like a great spiny boulder, trying to grab you and pull you out of there.
Oh.
The oldest monster's tail twitches, barely. Marinus is knocked away like a ball, deflating, bleeding.
Run away.
You get up 2 steps before the purple challenger snaps you up in his jaws. Just before he can chew, the oldest monster rips his head clean off and hurls it away.
Stand tall.
No, you nearly poop yourself out of fear. Now, nobody will meet your eyes.
Excuse me. We are at max bravery. We can do this. Okay. What's the point of having max
Are
bravery?
you still
if
at
we-
max bravery? Oh,
Yes.
you are, yes, okay.
How cool. Max bravery wasn't even enough for that. Let's go back to the goat.
Yeah, scrape goat. You hear a bleating sound from a bleating sound from inside the
Bleeding
scapegoat
sound.
pit.
Is it the scapegoat?
Of course it is. Bleeding is what goats do.
Well, good.
The scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleats again. Nash Nash says, "It wants a fight. Let's give it one."
I don't trust Nash Nash. Let's see what's really bothering the goat.
The scapegoat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again. Looking into the pit, you see that there is no food anywhere.
Ah, well.
Nash Nash shoves you inside and says, "I said, let's give it a fight."
Defend the scapegoat from Nash Nash.
The scapegoat seems relieved when you step between it and Nash Nash. Nash Nash says, "Okay, I'll fight you instead." But then she always does.
Give Nash Nash a good tussle.
I didn't know Nash Nash was a girl.
Oh yeah, totally.
You and Nash Nash roll in the dirt, kicking up dust and scattering mud and slime everywhere. Soon you're exhausted.
What about the goat?
The scapegoat has retreated back into its pit, where some other monsters are feeding it. It came up because it was out of food.
Is that thing on a tether?
When the scapegoat gets hungry enough, it will chew apart its rope so it can forage for food. The elders call this system chomps and balances.
Okay. Rocks.
Rocks. Oh boy, Smark set up a human chess set. You sit down to play. You don't know the rules, but a smart monster like you should be able to figure something out.
Ask Smark how to play.
Smark points at the pieces and moves some around, then knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game.
Aha!
Smark then thinks for a moment, and with finesse, pushes all of your pieces down and taps his head. Sounds like victory.
Aha!
Alright, Smark picks the 16 short pieces, and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of the short guys kick over your horsey.
All very clever. See, that one probably wouldn't work. Set the board on fire. Oh.
Boom! You prove your chess mastery by using the only tactic that always works. Smark nods at your monsterly solution, but points at some pieces that are still standing. Eventually, as a result, he wins.
Okay. Shoot. Let's go with the O-face.
Mupsy Moral slithers up to you and says, "I wonder if you can confirm a rumor for me."
Who?
Mupsy Moral is an elder monster who's been around for a long, long time. She prints the Omen Harbinger, short newspaper for monsters.
Oh! Yeah, let's talk to Mupsy.
Hamrag was baking a special 6 pork pie, made from 6 kinds of pig, you know, a delicacy.
What's so delicate about 6 pigs?
They were roast suckling piglets, so tender, juicy, and flavorious.
Yum.
The pie was cooling on a windowsill and vanished. Your friend Nash Nash was seen nearby just before, but not after the vanishing. What do you think about this?
It's just like her to steal a pie, be honest.
Mupsy scratches some notes on a piece of paper. Interesting. What would you say about Nash Nash as a person?
Nash Nash is a violent thug with no regard for rules. But also
Mupsy
good fighting
smiles.
partner.
This is exactly what monsters will want to hear. She scratches a few more notes and slithers away.
Okay.
Later, Nash Nash visits your hovel, holding a freshly printed copy of the Omen Harbinger. When she leaves, you have 100 new paper cuts.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put off that lemon bath I was gonna have. Alright.
Yeah, right between the toes. Alright, 3 choices left.
Let's go with the clouds again. Might be more ghosts.
Suddenly, a stinging rain pours down. Everyone scatters and gets under cover, even Blistery and Smark.
How bad is the weather?
It's just rain, water falling from the clouds. Does hurt a little. Stings, you know. Ow, ow! That's like 100 needles on your hide.
A brave monster likes the feel of nature on its face.
Yeah, and a wise monster has enough sense to get in, out of the rain.
Fine.
Sometimes really hard rain like this has been known to get stuck on our monster skin like little splinters, and then you can get hurt for days.
Got it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, run undercover with them.
While the rain pours down, you cuddle with Blistery and Smark under the bleachers.
Play a game.
You take turns opening your mouth to the falling rain, trying to suck up all the drops. Unfortunately, you choke and spit a mouthful of water at Smark.
Who is Smark? I mean, it's
The
not
one who
Bliss.
taught you chess.
Oh. Do it again!
Blistery spits water on you, Smark splashes a puddle at both of you, and you all spend the rest of the storm making your own fun in the pooling water.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No days left. Let's go for our final adventure. Go on beyond
Lessons are
youth.
fleeting.
Yes.
Going beyond youth, and I've become an adult.
Yes.
You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors.
What, who? The where why now? This is too
They
funny.
tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods.
Okay.
The neighbors throw you into in the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, then look at you, then whisper some more.
Get on, getting on.
The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster.
Yell them to hurry up.
Some of the monsters flinch when you raise your voice. It's gratifying, but it doesn't seem to make the deliberations any less deliberate. Eventually, though, they come to a decision.
About bloody time.
The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark.
What do they want from you now?
You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect.
So what? Does a monster need respect to grow up?
You can become an adult without earning any respect, but when the time comes, all too soon, to become an elder, you'll dissolve and pass away without it.
Okay.
You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect.
Wait for them to assign you a task.
Everyone goes silent as you bravely meet every monster's eyes without flinching.
Why should you be afraid?
Elder Jaggery jumps out with a roar. He's huge, hungry, and is about to eat you.
Stand fast and face him down!
You wait calmly for Jaggery. He opens up his maw wide enough to eat you in one bite, and gives you a silly little kiss. Everyone cheers.
Bask in respect for your bravery.
Wow, you are really brave.
Brave
you're
and
pretty
ferocious.
ferocious.
The other things don't matter so much.
You're middling for kindness and honesty, and you're just not very clever.
See, here's the thing. With a monster like Nash to fight against, Nash makes like the best fighting partner because they're like, you know, perfectly on level with each other. But every time I fight Nash, it's because she's trying to do something bad, so I wound up getting kindness by accident because I just want to fight Nash.
Well, you're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were young.
Onward to adulthood.
Now, you have two choices. Do you want to explore the whale mist or politic with monsters?
Explore the whale mist.
Alright.
The left monster paw. Yes.
You and Nash encounter the Proud Bear. This is an honor and a problem. The Proud Bear has killed monsters, something rare in the animal kingdom. He stares at you.
I just like the word, consider the bear, which sounds like part of like a nature documentary. But I say we formulate a plan of attack.
The bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you have shouted your intentions. He stands on his hind legs and gives you a little bow.
Bow back to him.
The bear nods. Nashna squeals with delight at this exchange of honor. She says, "This is gonna be good."
Okay?
The bear's... Alright, yes.
Attack alongside Nash Nash.
The bear fights efficiently and is almost a match for your and Nash Nash's frantic claw swipes. You see an in.
Pounce!
You leap, making every blow the best you've thrown. The proud bear counters them all, genuinely trying to end you. Until he stops. Suddenly he's lying there before you, helpless.
Shred the bear to pieces.
You burrow halfway through the bear's right chest cavity and burst forth, leaving nothing but limbs, ribs, and the head. Nash Nash jumps up and down, punching the air and laughing.
I'd rather burrow into your chest. Anyway, okay.
Alright.
Explore the whale nest. I saw some more things. Teeth. Yes, that teeth. Purple teeth.
You're following a deer in the forest, and the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoofprints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks.
It's a trap.
Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster?
Turn the trap against the deer. I'm just laughing at the second choice. Cleverness +0. Wait, what? Oh, +9. Okay.
You walk into the cave and find Hamrag taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he's awakened. Twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing.
Draw the deer closer.
You shriek and crouch, readying your claws. Hamrag starts to wake up.
Now, go!
The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap. You catch it by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You kill it with a single swipe of your claws.
That'll teach it.
Hamrag stumbles out of the cave, half asleep but ready to fight.
Give him some deer meat.
You mollify the huge monster with half the carcass. Hamrag says, "Hey, you can wake me up like any time it's gonna be with a meal like that."
Okay.
Nice.
Now let's politic with monsters. Snake.
The snake moon is rising in the sky. It's time to gather snakes for the ritual.
Set out to gather snakes.
You wander the fields near the whale nest. It's easy to catch snakes, but every time you reach for another one, some of them squirm out of your grasp. Most of your snakes are getting away.
I didn't check to see if I needed them alive. But let's keep catching them alive.
Everyone claps when you arrive with 3 living snakes hanging from you by their fangs.
The venom hardly stings at all.
The snakes are added to the cauldron along with a mass of other snakes, some writhing and others lying still.
Join the circle as the ritual begins.
I guess that's it.
Politic again. Spider.
Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town.
Let's do this.
But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do?
What's watch with your spider? Oh, watch with the spider. Oh. May the best spider win. Enter yours unaided.
Out of 13 entries, your spider comes in 14th when a beetle joins the race in the last lap. But at least you have your honor.
Okay. Politic with monsters. The puddle.
Your neighbor, the elder monster Eulalia, walks slowly in the direction of the brood cave.
Alelia who?
She's one of your next door neighbors, but she's much older than you. Months and months. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes.
Okay. Okay.
So what are you gonna do?
Follow.
As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. They then go to her hovel and start smashing things.
Ask an elder what's going on.
Greed Blitz stops tearing apart Eulalia's dining room table and says, she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to go release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat.
What happens when monsters dissolve themselves?
Monsters who get to a certain age either settle into their personality and shape forever, or they let themselves become one with the slime from which they came. Their personality can have an effect on future generations of monsterlings.
Okay. Run after Layla and thank her for her contribution.
You're going to be remembered, Eulalia, and we'll see a bit of you in every monsterling from now on. Eulalia wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs.
Give her a hug.
You hug Eulalia. She squishes. Her body's already starting to break down and dissolve. She breaks away, smiles one last time, and walks quickly toward the brood cave. You'll never see her again.
Okay. Politic with monsters. The angry face.
It's the scream along, sing along. Everyone's screaming. Loudest monster wins.
Scream, sing, scream, sing.
You're totally going to break some windows and eardrums. But why are all these monsterlings here? Your singing has been known to hurt their little ears.
Belt it out. You gotta win.
You sing about loss and secret love and a plate with no pancakes on it. Your song is sad and strong, but the other monsters sense that you're holding back. The monsterlings, on the other hand, are terrified.
Fine. Sing proudly, but rein it in.
Windows crack, eardrums perforate, and monsterlings flee. Later, you find out that they heard your screams in Zack, miles and miles away. So that wasn't so bad.
Okay. Explore the well mist. Fight.
Which one?
The fight. The cloud. With yellows.
Right.
The fight.
Wild chickens are back in season. As delicious as they are mean. They're loose within the whale mist, and monsters are all hunting them down.
Get out. Get out there and hunt those wild chickens. It's not like they're cuckoos.
Deep in the woods, you're looking for Chicken Scratch, and you literally stumble over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. The hen clucks and caws at you.
Fight the hen.
Ooh, maximum ferocity. Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until you're both a mess of feathers and blood. But victory is savory. Nash Nash cheers so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escape her grasp.
Okay. Alright, let's explore the well mist. There's the, there's the food icon. The drumstick.
As you explore the whale mist, you notice that the air smells faintly of gingery bread. There! Ahead, there's a flock of very fat birds pecking a trail of crumbs that winds through the trees.
Follow the trail of birds and crumbs.
It leads along twisting paths you never knew existed. Deep in the forest, you come across a rickety human house which smells of baked goods. You hear human speech. 2 children are babbling nearby.
Examine the children.
The human children look tired and very thin, but their bellies bulge as though they've just eaten a huge meal. They're so weak that you don't fear for your life being so close.
Okay. Hmm. Eat one of the children. When will we get a chance like this again?
The children emerge from the house as it begins to burn. The girl looks back as an older human starts to scream inside, and you make your move. Boy is too slow and tired to respond.
Oh yeah, so delicious, so very good, such a rare treat.
The girl turns back as her brother's hand slips out of hers. She sees you. She blinks, not sure whether you're real or not.
Continue the meal before she can react.
The girl's eyes widen as you spread your claws. She slaps you, and it hurts. It hurts worse than the slash from the claws of the oldest monster. You spin and knock her down, then move in to end the fight before she can end you.
Take home some of your meal to share.
You walk into Omen with a bulging belly, smelling of meat and gingery bread. Every monster you meet gets a little something to put in the larder. And toes! Toes for everyone!
Okay. Explore? The blood.
You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly, it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge.
Can I just use debit? Perfect, tear it apart.
The elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. But instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with its antlers, and flings you into a tree.
What the?
The elk bounds away. It's unkillable.
There's nothing that's unkillable. After it! There's nothing that's unkillable.
You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink from a stream. Then you spring at it without fear and tear it limb from limb, head from body, antler from skull.
Why?
Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You're filled with a strange heat, but it soon fades.
How bracing. Ah, there's the
Other monsters comment on a new swagger in your step as you return to Omen.
Okay. Explore. The paw.
The spine doctor has asked you to catch a special fox. It limps, she says, and it coughs. I need it quickly, if at all.
Oh. Why? Why does she need the sickly fox?
Spine doctor spots you with one prickly arm. There's no time for questions. Get the fox or don't.
Okay. After it.
You go forth into the forest, trailing the fox. As you get closer, you catch a glimpse of its ragged ears between two trees. The fox is limping, slowly.
Get closer.
As you draw near, you smell something sickly sweet. The fox slumps and vomits green matter onto the forest floor. Your claws tremble at the thought of touching it.
Chase the fox, but stop to wash your claws frequently. You don't want to get sick.
Unfortunately, the fox easily loses you in the whale mist while you're washing your claws in stream. You're not absolutely sure it was there at all.
Could you have imagined seeing it earlier?
Probably not, but regardless, you return to Omen in shame. The doctor says nothing, but other monsters point and whisper in the street.
Oh well, okay. Politic.
Yeah, I need to make up for that, huh?
The bugs. Top right.
Balfog and Gritmitten are arguing in the street over a cat. They both want kitty croquettes for lunch.
Sounds yummy. What's the problem?
Balfog says he caught the cat, but Gritmitten says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as the neutral party to decide.
Finders eaters. Clear the cat is Balfog's.
Later, Balthog offers you and Gritmitten the whisker drippings, by way of thanks to you and apology to Gritmitten.
Accept them.
Ah,
Oh, apparently my cat heard us talking about that and didn't quite like it. Let's politic more.
oh,
How are your whiskers? The door. Let's see the door.
door. You
It's a
hear a
door.
cry from a nearby hovel.
What's happening over there?
Saswait, a new adolescent, doesn't understand how the windows in her hovel work. She's trapped her paws under a heavy pain.
Free her from the window.
You walk over and take a look. This should be easy for a grown-up monster like you.
Lift the window.
Saswait seems afraid of you, but these things happen. She thanks you for releasing her from the window. You notice that a small crowd is gathered.
Shoot, I wish we could check our cleverness. Let's help Saswait treat her injured arm. Hey.
Ooh, look at your expect bonus. You
Yeah.
tend to Saswait's bruise with a salve made from flowers and mushrooms. Soon she feels no pain at all. The crowd applauds your helpfulness.
Okay.
I think now would be good to take a look at our stats with 3 days left.
Sure.
You're at 96 bravery,
Okay.
61 cleverness.
Okay.
Getting better.
Getting smarter. 100 for
100.
us.
84 honesty.
Wow.
And 94 kindness.
Wow, we're very honest and kind by accident. Okay, okay. We need
Honestly, the only thing you're not is particularly clever.
Yeah, we still help fix that arm. Let's explore the whale mist. Let's do the many teeth one.
You're bringing home a human coat you found hanging on a tree. You see a cat waving at you.
Wave back at the cat.
The cat is standing on its hind legs, wearing human boots, and indeed is covered in human clothing artifacts. Save me, he cries, pointing to a wolf who has it cornered. Get the wolf!
Sure, why not? Tear it to shreds.
More for fun than anything, you attack the wolf. You almost got him pinned when he stands up on his hind legs, flexes muscular arms, and hurls you into a treetop.
Get down.
By the time you jump down, the wolf and the cat are both gone. I'm returning to tell the story. At least you got a tussle out of it.
Okay. Politic. The running.
A small pack of elder monsters are huddled at the edge of Omen, watching the woods and discussing something in hushed tones.
Listen in.
Elder Hamrag is saying, this could simply be a rumor. We don't know that they're out there for sure.
Ask what's going on. We're almost an elder, right?
Hamrag says some of the younger monsters have seen others in the whale mist. Monsters from no town that we know of. Thin and cold, without food or shelter.
Just everyone be on guard. Oh, no. They aren't doing that.
Greenwood scoffs. That much is obvious, Dunderhead. If we see strangers, we should drive them off. Or kill them. The other elders don't seem so sure.
Okay. Politic with monsters. The digging.
This one?
No, the digging.
Digging. I thought you said thinking.
Nah.
You look over your garden.
Garden? Garden?
Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers.
How's it looking?
There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go.
Start digging.
All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel.
Keep at it. Do all the work yourself.
You dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it.
Dig, dig, dig. Dig Dug. That was a fun game.
When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth, too. It's probably a good thing.
Catch your breath.
The spine doctor, out for a stroll, stops to compliment your work ethic.
You're not sure what an ethic is, but she always talks like that. Alright, explore.
Nope. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel.
Go see the spine doctor.
The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood, and you'll either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime.
Return to your hovel and prepare.
A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend.
Go with them to dissolve or become an elder.
The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp.
Examine the cauldron.
The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale nest. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters.
Okay. Be tested. Try to ascend to elder status.
A masked elder comes forward, who says it's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl.
Watch.
The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air.
Was that blood or slime?
You can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you.
Go on.
The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster?
Wait.
A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble.
Wait.
The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says choose one. Chance will guide your claw.
Pick a stone that looks good.
The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows 2 monsters fighting. Masked elder says we will test your ferocity.
Be tested.
2 large monsters seize you from behind. They growl and try to pull you apart.
Fight them both.
You flick your claws out and squirm around to face your attackers. With a blood-curdling shriek, you give each one a faceful of slices.
They deserve the scars.
Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron.
Choose the next stone.
The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster facing down a human. Masked elder says we will test your bravery.
Be tested.
The elders add sticks and dry leaves to the fire until it grows huge and hot. They remove the cauldron and retreat before the roaring flames, one by one, until only you remain.
Try to stay near the fire.
It's hot, very hot, and your body begins to pull away on its own. You gather your will and remain in place. Your excess slime begins to dry out and crack. But as the fire dies down, you are still here.
Phew.
Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron.
Approach the cauldron.
You hold the cauldron which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy.
Drink the pretentious infusion.
You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder now.
Okay.
Wow, look at those stats.
Yes.
Fully ferocious, almost completely brave. Surprisingly really kind and really honest. And, decently clever.
Yep.
And you have a good amount of respect.
Yep.
You are now an elder. You're welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns.
Okay. What was that?
I didn't see what that was. Oh, I see. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the ways monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely.
Okay. Those. Journey to Carmen, San Diego. Let's do the skull.
You see bolts of lightning hit a strange rod on the roof. Investigate. From inside the house, you hear someone shout, "Live! Live!" followed by maniacal laughter.
What's going on?
You listen at the window and hear a maniacal rant. This human is building a creature out of other humans. Dead humans. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, reminds me of Frankenstein a little bit. Help the human with the creature. Could be fun.
You knock on the door. The human lets you in and nods with a crazed look in his eye. He shows no fear. Odd.
Help him out.
You explain a few things about slime and the power of monster physiology. The human takes notes and thanks you.
He's welcome.
Later, you hear that his creature has done quite a lot of damage in Carmen. They're not happy.
Okay. Journey to Carmen again. Let's do the paw.
You decide to check out the Carmen Carnival Mopsy recently mentioned. Following her map, you take lefts and rights and straight-ons until you look up and...
Uh-oh.
Humans everywhere. What's that noise and smell? And that over there, or that? Looks like an organ grinder, monkey poop, and mobs of human children. And a tiger.
Wait, a tiger?
The tiger is running through the crowd, right through the middle. Actually, that's because the crowd is scattering away from the tiger.
Aren't humans afraid of tigers?
Come to think of it, humans are scared of tigers and usually keep them in cages, don't they?
Fight the tiger before it gets away.
The tiger crouches, ready to spring on a pair of cowering humans. You leap behind it and step on its tail.
Now that you have its attention, take it on.
You and the tiger circle each other. You push a human girl out of the tiger's reach as you move, not really thinking about it.
Attack. I'm sure that'll come back to bite us. But attack.
You and the tiger tumble up and down the street, breaking windows and knocking over food carts. You're covered in claw marks, but the outcome was never really in doubt.
It's dead.
The humans cheer as you walk away from a very dead tiger. Being surrounded by humans is not your idea of fun, so you leave after a quick wave.
Okay.
Wow, they really like you now. You more than doubled their opinion.
From what it was before, yeah. After we messed it. Journey to Carmen again. Puddle.
The docks are fun. They smell like home. You're napping on a fishnet when you overhear a human talking. Where have they all gone? If there's no fish, this fisherman is done for.
Are the fish hiding from the humans?
Maybe they are. Then again, they're fish. You know where they are and could tell them. Not that humans likely to trust one of your kind. Perhaps you could give them a clue.
Okay. Oh. Tell them what you know about fish.
You stand on the wheelhouse roof and clear your throat. As the fisherman notices you, you point grandly in the direction of the inlet where the fish spawn. He slowly nods.
Make swimmy swim gestures.
The fisherman looks in the direction you indicated. You explain that you know the waters. The human seems intrigued.
Keep telling the tale.
And the fisherman seems doubtful at first, but you manage to make him believe you. He soon sets off for the fish-rich inlet.
Okay.
Wow, humans half like monsters.
Journey to Carmen once more. Let's do the red one.
An older human and many children sit in rows in a hot, echoing room. The older human drones on while the children look at everything but him. The windows, the clock, even your hiding spot.
What is the older human saying?
He's telling them about lifeology. You know about that. Judging from his expression, he doesn't seem to find it very interesting himself.
Step in and show him how to teach.
You burst into the classroom and everyone stops to stare at you. For one precious moment, nobody does anything.
Talk about the attitude behind doctoring.
You begin by telling them that one must know one's own heart to work with the hearts of others. The children listen as you go on about compassion and its use in healing.
Go on.
You explain how kindness is the only real virtue, the origin of all others. By the time the class is over, you're hopeful that some of the children will go on to become doctors.
Go on.
You leave, surrounded by thankful humans.
Okay. Alright, now let's politic. Cauldron.
Jaggery drinks deep from a jar of cider. He belches, the hair goes wavy.
Watch the ferocious elder as he drinks some more.
Jaggery raises one claw. Humans. Humans are stupid. Lazy, worthless, stupid, and I'll fight any monster who says otherwise.
Disagree. Humans can be altruistic and generous.
Drawing on your own experience with giving and helping other monsters, you select several excellent examples of human kindness.
Yeah, you don't want to mix up those two words. Several excellent. It's really just a question of knowing your subject.
Jaggery himself is too tipsy to consider it, but everyone else is quite impressed.
Okay. Politic. The cabin.
In the woods,
Maybe.
Listry proposes a new plan to keep an eye on the humans.
What is it?
We'll take over an abandoned house in Carmen, keep someone in there at all times, and take extensive notes on everything they do.
Interesting idea. We are the cabin in the woods now.
Several other elders seem to like the idea very much. They argue about where to establish the spy house, though. Carmen has many empty buildings. Which shall we use?
Fools, we need many eyes and many buildings. I'm not clever enough for any of the clever things.
You leap up on a rock and scream to get their attention.
Holler and roar. Fight anyone who doesn't listen.
You take them all on. They can't argue with your claws. They try, but you're just too fierce. They do your bidding and send many monsters.
And how does that go?
It's a resounding success. A dozen monsters see humans up close, at their best and their worst. Understand them much better.
Okay. Politic. Danger. Danger sign, danger. Danger, Robinson, danger.
Elder Riddy wants to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monstrous, he explains, and it is a human thing through and through.
You happen to know a bit of electricity?
You shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing your throat. All the elders turn to look. Riddy says, "Ah, you agree with me?"
Why would... No, but that... No? Shoot. Okay, shoot. I forgot what his argument was. There was a human thing. Show how violent electricity is.
You leap up and grab an overhead electrical line, ripping it open. Sparking black fluid showers to the ground. You dance in it, surrounded by a halo of weird energies.
That'll show them, I guess.
Indeed, the elders back away slowly from your terrible display. They clap and cheer. As you black out, Riddy changes his plan to using electricity as a weapon.
Okay. Carmen. Journey to Carmen. Let's do the hug.
Aww.
I'm hugging my cat right now.
I'm
hugging my cat right now.
You're hiding in a shiny wood building. Two humans are holding hands in front of another human.
Aha!
He makes a lot of noise about a witness. The other two look around, disappointed, at the empty room.
Pull your hat over your head and offer to be a witness.
They're delighted. The humans all take turns talking.
Ah.
And talking.
Ah.
Hello?
Ah? I said ah.
And talking.
Ah.
And
talking.
Yes, eventually the two holding hands make kiss faces at each other. They sign a paper and hand it to you.
Take the pen and do the same.
You make a pretty squiggle. Beautiful. The pair thanks you profusely and you bow. Whoops, the hat fell off.
Ah, exposed.
The humans gasp, but you stand your ground, unafraid. Unafraid. After a moment, they thank you.
Okay. Gosh, reminds me of the time I was playing a game and, like, one of the characters is talking and, like, used, like, the wrong its. And, like, I pointed that out as a thing, like, the people who made that game would make sure to use the right its. And then one of the characters pointed out that the character used the wrong its.
That's awesome.
Right after I spent 2 minutes pointing it out, one of the characters pointed it out.
Nice.
Oh, I almost moved my mouse to click on one of them. Let's journey to Carmen. We got this.
Ooh.
Let's do the sling.
You're in a secluded hiding place near the park. Suddenly, you see a human grab her stomach and fall over.
Now's your time to shine.
That's the spirit. What will you do?
Risk being seen among humans to seek help.
Before long, you spy some humans playing a game with a ball and a small pony. Weird.
Get their attention to help her.
Success. Jumping about. You call out the human medical words you know. Also, help. Before you know it, the MTs arrive.
Oh boy.
Oh, advanced neurosurgery, huh? They strap her to a board and put her in a white truck. One of them grabs your claw and shakes it firmly, but gently, before they all head off. You feel a growing sense of satisfaction.
Okay. Huh. I have neuroscience or whatever. Politic. Laughter. The green thing.
The green one or the orange one?
The green one.
Reed Blitz, puffed up with multisyllabic importance, addresses the other elders. My fellow monsterin, he begins. I propose we meet the humans halfway.
What, in that meadow near the forest?
No, he clears his throat. I think we should learn from them and adopt human ways to become more civilized.
I don't have the cleverness. Yes, I've learned much watching their hunters.
You'd throw a rock at Reed Blitz. He shrieks and charges. You slap him aside, then get several of his arms in a complicated lock.
Explain that you learned this trick by watching humans practice.
Everyone goes crazy at this. They love the idea of being like humans, at least this much. Soon you're inundated with requests to teach a class in blocking and locking.
Okay.
What about rocking? That's how
No.
you started it.
Politic. Z's.
You're just concluding a thrilling speech to the other elders.
Finally, something goes smoothly.
Snork, snark, rock, 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 snork.
What in the knack is that noise?
Old Hamrag fell asleep in the middle of your speech. Again. His pig-like snout and 4 nostrils give his snores a poignant yet thunderous quality.
Cough gently.
You'd have better success whispering at the moon. Hamrag keeps snoring.
Talk louder to be heard over the snoring.
Hamrag wakes up. He looks around and says, You know, humans are pretty nasty. They sharpen rocks and cut things with them. Also, they kill each other all the time.
Explain that humans don't do that anymore.
Remind everyone that Hamrag's information is far out of date. Humans forge knives now, and they only rarely kill each other. The old snouter says, I suppose you're right.
Okay. Carmen. Journey to Carmen. Let's do the cliff one.
You watch as an elderly human tries to fix his house. He looks up at the leaky roof with a sigh as it starts to rain, goes inside.
How bad is the leak?
Looks like a trickle of water will get into the attic from the storm. Might do some damage to the human's house. He also left his tools out.
Brave the rain and danger to repair the roof. Requires bravery.
Oh my, success! The human hears hammering above. He emerges just as you leap away. The repair is finished.
Okay. Uh, yeah, politic. Um, the happy one.
Upsy Moral outlines a plan for defense against the humans. Fruitcake! I've seen it, friends. Every year the humans offer it to each other, but nobody wants it.
She can't possibly think, but fruitcake is a weapon. Oh gosh, I've had that stuff. No.
Oh, she does. Upsy goes on. If they fear it so, it must be a weapon. Perhaps a deadly poison. One we can steal and turn against the humans if we need to.
I would love it if the top one, the explain the truth, human food cake is delicious, required dishonesty.
Uh-huh.
Like, if we anger the humans by stealing the little cakes. Shoot.
That's one?
No, but like, if we take their cakes, then everything is better, because nobody wants the fruit cake. I'm going to say that human fruit cake is delicious.
You don't have a sample for them to try, but everyone listens. You're known for telling the truth. Mopsy seems upset.
Ah, well, too bad for Mopsy. Oh, so close. Politic. We can do this. One more. Let's sneak.
Gobclaws unrolls a big map showing the surrounding region. She points one pincer at a series of red circles.
Say what?
These are places where I've seen humans drop things. I think we should put garbage cans there.
Why?
Gobclaw says, so we can harvest the things they drop. Then we can study them and understand them better.
Question. We don't have much cleverness. Question the plan, but be open to it.
Gobclaws nods. We can figure out if they're planning an attack by looking at what they leave behind. If we see whetstones and knife oil, we know they're going to come and kill us.
Stand up and volunteer to set out the garbage cans.
The other monsters look into your eyes and judge that you're not afraid. You decide not to set out the garbage cans and not to be so nervous. For now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Journey to Carmen. Click that one.
As you walk through Portland Square, you think on your life. On your past. Life hasn't always been easy, but you've built up your reputation. You are quite well respected.
Yes, well respected indeed. We've gained no respect being an elder.
Though monsters have always feared and loathed humans in the past, your work towards improving relations has paid off. Monsters have come to respect and like them. Well done.
Grand.
Meanwhile, humans, who once hated all monster kind, have come to understand that monsters aren't terrible, evil things. Rumor has it that humans think pretty well of you.
Okay.
Shattering your reverie, a terrible commotion erupts. Elders and younger monsters alike are milling about in a great mob.
What is it?
Lots drops from a nearby roof. Humans! Humans are coming this way.
What?
Listry says, that's wonderful. We could talk to them. It's true.
Relations have been warming up.
Both monsters and humans meet deep in the whale mist. There's considerable shuffling of feet and paws. Everyone wants to talk, but nobody wants to make the first move.
If only some monster were to speak up.
Yes, if only. A few of the other elders are looking at you, strangely enough.
Welcome to humans as friends.
Wow, that'd be a really bad choice. Yeah.
Crunch!
Everyone breathes a sigh of relief as you put your best paw forward. It's the first step of a long journey. A journey in which monster and human will cooperate in all things.
What happened next?
The end.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You got- I think you got one of the best endings in the game. So, monsters and humans worked, lived, and played together for many happy generations to come. Hooray for the future!
The end.
Yeah.
That's looking good. Yep.
Universal prosperity. You dared to find the narrow gap between fear and hate. Now humans and monsters work together for the benefit of all.
Sounds good. Oh gosh, this feels like
Now,
almost an hour
Did
and
you
a half.
get like one of the best endings on your first try?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I told you I'm awesome at games. Especially ones I've never played before.
So it would seem.
This video is like
Well, I know
almost
you
an
don't-
hour and a half long, which means I could split it up into 2 short episodes or just make 1 long episode. Screw it, 1 long episode. We've had
Yeah.
fun with this.
And I think we'll probably play more in the future to get the other endings, huh?
Potentially, but there is a game I want to show you at some point. Let me stop oh shoot, I wish I remember what it was called so I could just bring it up. Wait.
Hello?
Maybe at some point I'll have you on and we'll do some Bad End Theater.
Somewhat.
Bad End Theater, a choose your own adventure game where based on the choices you make as one character, your choices will change when you play as another.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
Yes, it is a heck of a lot of fun and very awesome. Even my little brother agrees that the game is awesome. It's short, but awesome. Just like this, and just like you. Stay
Thank
safe
you.
out. Stay safe out there, kids.